And I'm like, well, there's nothing to talk about.
I just want you to tell me.
He chased me out of the house, and I said, well, I'm just going to take her now if you're not going to give her in a couple of days. I had all my stuff was still inside. He freaked out, threw a fit. I can never go back there because of what he did. And so
I want to tell me what you did.
I didn't do anything except try to grab a Molly, and I had groceries in my hand, I had a bunch of food from the refrigerator. He tried grabbing the leash from Molly, and there's a little bit of scuffle because of the fact that he's trying to get Molly, and I grabbed the groceries, fell. Maybe that's where the syrup must have come, and I don't know. I didn't see syrup because I was on my way out the door, my tunnels to the door. Got in the car, and as I'm going to the car, he come up to the hood and he did that to me, and I backed up and left. And that was a simple thing. Then I later on, like 9 days later, cops come to my house and they tell me I have to go to court for a domestic violence.
Okay.
So I went to court and they dismissed it because it was ridiculous.
Just a second. Did you have a trial?
No, I've not heard from the police since.
Did you ever go to court?
No.
Did you go to court?
Yes, I did.
Yes. And you got a dismissal. He wasn't there.
It's prosecutorial discretion.
You got... Okay, very good. Your counterclaim is dismissed.
He wasn't there because
this case is resolved in the following way. I am preparing an order that allows you to go and get Molly. Execute it within 5 days.
My son's dog. I've had since she was a puppy.
5 days.
Really?
Do you understand?
My family's dog. She's 14. We've had her for 14 freaking years. She's almost dead. You're going to give my dog away to him?
Please are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
Okay, Judge Judy conned me into freaking coming in here thinking I was going to get my dog.
I'd do anything for that dog.
Everything's going to be fine, and I get jacked up by everybody. That's what happened.
I wish them the best of luck.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for News 40 at 5. I'm Michael Ridgway.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome into a Monday in which we're freezing.
It's very cold. Very cold.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, not in here, but...
yeah, no, not in here. Yeah, fortunately, we have the
in
heat
here, it's
on.
good.
But,
yeah, it's good.
But outside, it's a little chilly, a little breezy.
Man, and you'll see some of the numbers coming up where we started this morning, and we just barely got into the 40s this afternoon. 4-hour clouds and radar showing that there weren't very many clouds after this morning, and certainly nothing as far as precipitation for today. It's turned out to be a great looking afternoon. There's a community cam that we see from the Department of Highways and Go Kentucky at I-65 at Cave City, reading 36 here at sundown, 36 also in Monroe County near Gamale. Now for tonight, you thought this morning was chilly? Look at this. Tonight, clear and very cold with even a west wind at 7 and a low of 24. We're not going to warm up that much tomorrow. I'll have the latest forecast in just a few minutes. Michael?
Well, nothing can ruin a holiday quicker than a Christmas tree fire or someone getting injured from a holiday decorating accident that could have been avoided. News 40 reporter Carlisle Coppins tells us more.
Holiday lights, delicious holiday dishes, and sweet-smelling candles can lead to a big disaster if you're not careful.
We all get excited for the holidays, and we all get focused on preparing for them and gifts and decorations and things like that. But ultimately, it's really, really important not to cut corners on safety.
One of the leading causes of injuries is people not being cautious of what decorations they're putting up. Injuries can happen because of frayed wires on Christmas trees or too many lights connected to the same power strip.
It's important to be safe, especially around the holidays. Lights can present an electrical hazard, so you want to make sure that your lights are in good working order.
During holiday breaks, you may want to be more carefree in your daily activities. But when it comes to a typical tradition like lighting candles, it's important to remain cautious.
There's certainly more fires typically over the holidays, and anytime you have more fires, there are going to be more fire-related injuries. Some years it's not as bad as others, but typically the holidays are a very high-risk period.
Not putting your safety on the back burner won't just help you, it will also help those around you.
It's always better to be safe than sorry, and just to really take your time. You don't want to put others at risk. It's just always important to stay safe when you can, when accidents are avoidable.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Carlisle Coppins, WNKY News 40.
And while you're out shopping for any child this holiday season, remember to keep their safety in mind as well. Oftentimes, kids will want the most popular toy, something that they see other kids with or heard other kids talk about. But those things are not always safe. Do they have small parts, marbles, button batteries, or anything that can be a choking hazard? Do they have broken pieces or sharp edges? Some toys require supervision, but it is always important to look at warnings, inspect safety standards, and make sure the toy is age appropriate.
If you have children of multiple ages in your home, that if it's something that is age appropriate for an older child, that you have those things stored in separate play areas and maybe have rules in place that you can only play with these things in your room and stay in your room so that a younger child doesn't gain access to those things.
Healthcare professionals recommend toys such as large puzzles, blocks, a busy board, books, card games, balls, or jump ropes. It's nice to give kids gifts that they want, but be aware of safety standards and warnings while out shopping to keep your kids safe. Well, November is National Home Care Month, and if you're looking for a home care program, MedCenter Health is providing one to South Central Kentucky. It's one with a wide range of services offering skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy to those who can't make it to outpatient appointments or meet with physicians. Home health services are used to go into the home and assess the needs of individual patients beyond their physical health. Could they use a new ramp, a bedside toilet, or some shower chairs? What do they need in order to help them live a little easier?
Going into the holiday season, a lot of people want to be able to stay home. They want to, not have to go to a long-term care facility or an inpatient facility. So if it, most people, if at all possible, want to be home on the holidays. So, we try to help provide the services to help keep them at home.
Care delivered in the home has great value in healthcare industries, empowering clients to take control of their health and independence while in the comfort of their own home. Well, this Giving Tuesday, the American Red Cross is hoping you will make giving blood a holiday habit. The nonprofit humanitarian organization says it needs thousands more donations per week to stave off what it calls an often invisible emergency. Skylar Henry has more on the Red Cross's donation push, which comes just 2 months after the nonprofit declared a national blood shortage.
You ready? All right.
In this season of giving, the American Red Cross is asking more Americans to roll up their sleeves and take the plunge.
Donating blood is an easy way to give back.
But American Red Cross spokesperson Ashley Henyon says collecting blood during the holidays is a challenge.
Schools are closed, families are on vacation, people are attending functions, festive parties, and not really thinking about going out to their local blood drive. But there are still patients in the hospital that need blood to survive.
The Red Cross declared a national blood shortage back in September, citing a busy travel season and back-to-back climate disasters. While donations have increased since then, the organization says it still needs to collect 10,000 more units per week to meet patients' needs.
We never want someone to be in a situation where they don't have the blood they need to survive.
Mark Lipman says the 9/11 attacks inspired him to become a regular donor. He estimates that he's given more than 700 units of blood so far.
Helping people is a timeless thing. It's not just one time. I look forward to it, to tell you the truth.
For those who may be ineligible to donate blood due to medical conditions, travel, or other restrictions, the Red Cross says you can still give back by volunteering your time.
Well, we now know what caused the train derailment in eastern Kentucky that evacuated hundreds of people right before Thanksgiving. CSX says a failed wheel bearing on a train car caused the derailment that sparked a chemical fire in Livingston on Wednesday. The accident forced people nearby out of their homes until Thanksgiving afternoon. All 16 cars involved were removed from the site. Crews also removed the spilled chemical and 2,500 tons of impacted soil. CSX says no sulfur dioxide has been detected in the area since the fire was extinguished on Thursday. About 400 people so far have sought reimbursement from the railroad for costs related to the derailment. And 2 weeks from tomorrow, it will be Inauguration Day at the state capitol, and Governor Andy Beshear will once again be sworn into office. 4 years ago, Beshear used the event to announce big changes. The question is, will he do it the same now? Carolina Butchick has more.
We do know that 4 years ago, he made good on some big campaign promises. The first was using executive power to restore voting rights to many Kentuckians, a move that was heavily applauded.
I will sign an executive order restoring voting rights to over 100,000 men. To over 100,000 men and women who have done wrong in the past but are doing right now. They deserve to participate in our great democracy.
And Beshear, who touted the importance of public education and was supported by many public ed advocates, also made changes to the state's Board of Education.
I reorganized the State Board of Education and appointed new members who support public education.
Of course, just a few months after taking office, the COVID-19 pandemic hit the world and Kentucky, and that quickly took over much of Beshear's first 2 years in the governor's office.
The Beshears want to use this inauguration to push for issues that Kentucky has made it through. They say they're going to use the inauguration to honor how strongly the citizens have dealt with these challenges, but they also want to look toward the future and are naming this year's event Forward Together. Well, so to come on News 40 at 5, does the early sunset have you feeling a little down? You could have seasonal affective disorder. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back in with a full look at your forecast next.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Did you know that even if you quit smoking up to 15 years ago, that you could still be at risk for lung cancer? A lung cancer screening could save your life. If you are a current or former smoker between the ages of 50 and 80 years old, ask your doctor if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. MedCenter Health Primary Care offers 8 locations across South Central Kentucky where you can get started.
Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill.
All aboard Santa's Lookout Express! Don't miss this holiday train ride through the lights near Bowling Green, Kentucky. Book your seat now at santaslookout.com.
Grab some amazing lunch and make a local impact.
And join us every week for Food Truck Friday.
Come on down to the corner of 10th and Chestnut for delicious food on Fridays.
A portion of your lunch purchase will support a local charity. Plus, I'll match and guarantee a $500 donation.
Check out the full Food Truck Friday lineup at WNKY.com.
Food Truck Fridays are brought to you by Flora Templeton Stewart.
Welcome back to News 40, everyone. Now it's time for what everybody's been waiting for. How much colder is it going to get, Chris Allen?
Cold enough tonight to throw another log on the fire.
Oh, okay. But cold enough for some frozen precip? Probably not.
No, don't get that started.
Oh, yeah, we won't have any milk
Oh,
left.
my goodness. We'll be bombarded with all kinds. No, I will be bombarded, not you.
Yeah, not me. I'm safe. I'm
don't
safe.
get that started.
Yes,
not
sir.
Yet,
I'm sorry.
Anyway, hold back now. Here's a look at temperatures this morning. We started out in some places in the 20s, and that's because Western Kentucky had a clear sky this morning, so that allowed the temperatures to fall down to 25 in Greenville. You'll probably be there again tonight. 25 in Madisonville, 26 Calhoun, and where we had the clouds from about I-65 east, you had that blanket there, so the temperatures were warmer, more into the 30s. Here are the temperatures right now. In the 30s, pretty much across the board, but you throw in just a little bit of a wind gust from time to time, which has been up to 5 to close to 15 to 19 miles per hour, and it throws down the temperatures a little bit more, or what we say the wind chill factor is, or it feels like it's 32 right now, and already it's feeling like it's in the mid to upper 20s just north of us, and that's a sign of things to come, because tonight it is going to get downright cold for everybody. 44, that was all we could do today for a high temperature, 11 degrees, colder than the normal of 55. 33 was our low temperature this morning, thanks to those clouds being over the Bowling Green area. But tonight, we will not have those clouds, and it is going to be really, really chilly. You can see the clear skies. We look from the Twin Bridges, 231 Scottsville Road going into Bowling Green. 38 right now, but with a west wind at 8, it makes the wind chill feel like it's 32, and a very dry atmosphere. The dew point only at 20. To give you a sign of things to come later tonight, with high pressure in control. Now, there is somewhat of a south to southwest fetch here, but with the clear sky overnight, it is not going to do anything to warm us up. As a matter of fact, it's going to be even colder tomorrow. There's a weak boundary. You can't see it here, but that boundary is going to come through, and what it's going to do is just reinforce that colder air. So by tomorrow, we have more of a northwesterly feed coming in. It won't be quite as windy as it was today with those occasional gusts. But as you can see, we stay in the blue. We don't warm up at all tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow could actually end up being colder than today by a few degrees. We're talking only upper 30s to around 40. We're not going to see warmer southerly winds until we get into Wednesday, and that's when things will start to warm up toward the middle and end of the week. But with that warm up will come some rain. 24 tonight, clear and cold with a west wind at 7. That's going to make it feel even colder. And then tomorrow and the next couple of days, well, tomorrow will be chilly, but then we warm it up into the 50s Wednesday. Thursday evenings, showers and even some thunderstorms on Friday. Not necessarily Friday night. Smith's Grove Parade goes on, and then a full day of parades on Saturday, just a 20% chance there. And then we see 63 Sunday, 58 Monday. It is going to be kind of a rainy period. We could use the rain, but these rains hopefully will not rain out your parades. We hope, anyway. Here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas, my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
It's time for Nat's annual Christmas Bikes for Kids.
And you can help by donating a new or gently used bike.
At Nat's Outdoor Sports. The bike shop at Nat's Outdoor Sports will make any needed repairs.
And the Bowling Green JCs will distribute bikes to underprivileged children throughout our community.
Nat's will be accepting new and used bikes until December 5th. Nat's Bikes for Kids, sponsored by WNKY News 40.
I'll hit Woohoo 107.
And these great sponsors.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
It's a type of depression that can happen during the changing seasons. Most of the time, those experiencing seasonal affective disorder feel it in the fall and winter. Some might not even know that they have it. In today's Health Minute, we take a look at the 5 signs of this disorder and how you can cope. The weather is changing. The days feel shorter, it's colder, more dreary, and getting darker earlier. These can all be triggers for seasonal affective disorder.
And it occurs in 1 to 10% of Americans. It's more common amongst females and people who live in colder climates.
Psychologist Susan Albers with Cleveland Clinic says this disorder is caused by a shift in the seasons, which disrupts our circadian rhythms with less sun exposure.
This in turn interrupts our natural internal clock. As a result, there is a drop in serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that regulates our mood, as well as melatonin, which regulates sleep.
Albers says to watch out for 5 signs: feeling down or unmotivated, loss of interest in things you used to enjoy, shifts in appetite like eating more or craving carbohydrates, changes in sleep, usually sleeping too much, and loss of energy.
The symptoms are similar to depression, but they are much milder and they pass when the spring arrives.
Albers says light lamps can help. They mimic outdoor light. She recommends 20 minutes each morning. Since you're not getting as much vitamin D from the sun, eat foods rich in it. Albers suggests salmon, mushrooms, eggs, fortified bread and milk. And finally, try cognitive behavioral therapy.
This will help to change some of the negative thoughts you're having during the winter months, as well as establish healthy routines around sleeping and eating.
Well, it was a holiday weekend for the record books. Americans have been packing into airports, jostling at checkouts, and loading up their online shopping carts in droves. Here's Mike Valerio to break down all the broken records.
Or they're taking off, or checking out. Americans were setting records over the Thanksgiving holiday.
The Thanksgiving holiday period always has the busiest travel day of the entire year for us.
Thank you. The Transportation Security Administration says Sunday was the busiest day at U.S. airports ever. Yes, ever. With more than 2.9 million passengers screened at TSA checkpoints nationwide, 10% higher than the equivalent day last year.
Airports are very busy, flights are full, travel is back in the United States.
From the skies to the stores.
It's really the Super Bowl for the businesses and merchants.
Amped up Americans were spending big on Black Friday to the tune of an estimated $9.8 billion, with sales made from mobile devices accounting for more than half of all purchases.
The heroes here seem to be the U.S. consumer. They are strong and resilient, and they're buying.
While the early morning storefront stampede may be a thing of the past, brick and mortar visits were up 4.6% over last year, according to Sensormatic Solutions. Some shoppers looking to maintain tradition.
One of my favorite activities is going out and Black Friday shopping with my mom when I come home.
And some willing to go the distance to get discounts.
I got up at 1 a.m. this morning because it's like a 2-hour drive.
But the spending spree isn't over yet. Adobe Analytics predicts consumers will shell out $12 billion today, cashing in on Cyber Monday deals, which would set another retail record for the books.
Still to come on News 40 at 5, Republican presidential hopefuls are making a final push to prove themselves as serious contenders. What they're up against during the countdown to Iowa next.
The Haven at Massey Springs is a special place. Alzheimer's and dementia residents need a special kind of care. So at the Haven, we take care of your loved one just like family. Our memory care program stimulates minds in a therapeutic environment and caters a plan of care as unique as your loved one.
Here at Massey Springs, family takes care of family, and it shows. Schedule your tour with us today.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep
WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
And good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Looking to shop for a cause or to donate to a local nonprofit store? Visit the Habitat Restore of Bowling Green, located at the corner of 8th and Center across from the Bowling Green Ballpark. Call or visit our website today to learn more.
For more than a decade, Morgan's Fresh Cut Trees has been supplying your family with trees, wreaths, and everything in between. Come find the perfect tree for your family. Morgan's Fresh Cut Trees, located next to the Lost River Cave gift shop. For more than a decade, Morgan's Fresh Cut Trees has been supplying your family with trees, wreaths, and everything in between. Come find the perfect tree for your family. Morgan's Fresh Cut Trees, located next to the Lost River Cave gift shop.
How does your Santa relax? Rocking? Maybe he glides. Or is he a reclining Santa? Whatever makes him happy, Ford's Furniture has it in our huge selection of recliners and accent chairs. On sale now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Well, now that Thanksgiving is over, the Republican presidential candidates are in the final sprint to prove which campaigns can last. Voters in Iowa head to the polls in just 7 weeks. Julia Benbrook is tracking the progress of the campaigns.
What these candidates want to do is they want to place 2 and 3 behind Donald Trump in Iowa and New Hampshire so that they can gain the media attention, the endorsements, the volunteers, and the campaign finance that they need to move on to South Carolina.
As we inch closer to primary season, all eyes are on these early states that will have an outsized influence on the 2024 presidential election.
Iowa's the first caucus, and New Hampshire is the first primary. And even though the number of delegates that will eventually go to the conventions that select the nominee are very small as compared to the total that will go, what it really does is it helps to winnow down the field.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has made Iowa a key focus, aiming to visit all 99 counties there. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is hoping for a strong finish in Iowa, where she just received a big endorsement. She's heading to New Hampshire after holding the town hall in her home state of South Carolina Monday. Trump appeared at the state's Palmetto Bowl matchup on Saturday, where he was met with cheers and some boos. This brings up the question, could another candidate become competitive if the field becomes smaller?
This idea of people just doing math and adding up numbers, that's not the way voters vote.
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, an outspoken Trump critic, brushed off the possibility of dropping out of the race to consolidate the anti-Trump vote.
I would say to everybody out there, let's let the campaign move forward. This is the smallest Republican field at this stage in this century that did not include an incumbent.
In Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook reporting.
Stay tuned. We'll have a final look of your forecast when we return.
Like I was saying, I love my new career. Oh, check this out. This website, Bowling Green Works, they had all the resources I needed. They made finding my job so easy.
Are your basement walls bowing or cracked? USS is here to help. Cracks along your basement wall are telltale signs moisture is collecting in the soil against your foundation, causing the weakest point of your wall to bow. USS has the support you need with our innovative Invisibeam. It's the strongest carbon fiber strap on the market and the only one ICC certified with a lifetime warranty. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. because life is too precious to be put on hold.
My name is Steve Cherry, and I've been a client with FHE for 27 years. The thing that was most appealing to me was the service that this company offers. The team at FHE is just unbelievable. It is a relationship. You can go into a store and not know the people that you're working with at all, whereby when I come into this store, I know them personally, and I love that personal touch that they always leave with me.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Well, Chris, I don't think it would be right to end off the show without saying, first of all, congratulations to Morgan Hoover.
Oh, you're looking at me saying congratulations.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't have a baby, but
yes,
Morgan did.
Our anchor did. Yes, Morgan Hoover had a beautiful baby girl.
Yay!
Hillary, she is so sweet. I mean, she's probably the cutest baby I've seen all year.
Well, of course you're going to say that. All the babies look cute right at that point. But no, you know, we just wish Morgan and you know, the baby all the best, and her husband. This has been, you know, a long time coming. She's been sitting here through the heat of summer, you know, saying, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And so it's finally, you know, here. And congratulations to Morgan. And just, you know, now it's time to get back to work. Anyway, as we check the forecast tonight, clear and cold with a low of 24. Hurry up, Morgan.
Right.
Yeah.
Please, relieve me.
No, I don't mean it like that, but, you know. Anyway.
Well, again, congratulations to Morgan and Kenny on their baby.
Yes.
And thank you all so much for joining us here for News 40 at 5. We'll see you back here again at 6 and 10 p.m.
German. He's taken German. He's taken French. He studied Hebrew.